Guys, good to see you. Pound it, bring it in. How are you guys doing? You guys doing good? Again, this isn't a Thursday. It's on Friday. Again, got a little busy, and then still have things to do. But anyway, we're gonna roll on. Appreciate and hope hope you guys are staking along. So. Anyway, so today is or this month, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, which is one of my all-time favorite holidays, and not for the reasons that you might think. I'll tell you in the next video why actually St. Patrick's Day is so important to me. Yeah, but due to it being St. Patrick's Day month, usually how I celebrate St. Patrick's Day, I celebrate the entire month. So I listen to a lot of Irish Celtic music and just a lot of Irish Celtic shows, movies, things like that. Things that deal with that, and do some research in that. So to kick it up, this video off is I'm going to tell you a little bit of an Irish story, and it has a it's really good. I think you really like it. It's going to be fantastic. So anyway, so the story goes like this. Get my story voice ready for you. So it was a long time ago in Ireland, and there was a priest who just got done giving and devoting his life to God in school there, because usually you have to be a priest. He was there for 7 years, and he headed home so that he could go be with his family and start to work at the church there. And on his journey there, he comes and he sees this beautiful woman out there, and he's just captivated and just loses all sense to himself as he stares into her eyes. The woman asks him, do you love me? And he being befuddled and just overwhelmed with says, yes, of course I do. Even though he only met her just a few. Anyway. Well, would you give him your soul for me? Anything. So she takes out a paper and a quill, and he writes his name, and he gives her a kiss, and once he does, she transforms into this hideous demon, and the demon begins to mock him and says, you'll never be a priest now for what you've just done, for I have taken your soul, it is now mine, and off disappears. The priest is so distraught and dismayed, he quickly runs home and locks himself in his room and is almost on the contempt of wanting to kill himself of what he'd done. So his family, who he's living with, sends word to one of his friends back at the school, and so he comes to help to see what he can do. So his friend tells him the story of what happened, and so immediately his friend he calls up for mass, and he gets ready. And during Mass, his friend is doing it. He is basically calling out the demon. Well, the demon comes, and so his friend takes the contract and puts it in this cauldron, this golden cauldron. Well, all of a sudden it turns black, blacker than black. And the demon basically says, what are you calling? Your friend's now mine. And his friend goes, I want to tell you a story there, demon. So there's this farmer, and he has a cow, and he sells the cow to a person. The following day, though, the cow returns, and the person he sold it to doesn't come for several days. So he sells the cow again to a different person. Well, the same thing happens. Same thing happens 4 times. The cow comes back, and then one day the cow comes back and all 4 owners come back. So, who does the cow really belong to? The demon replies, thinking that they're clever. He goes, well, the first one, obviously. The priest goes, that's right. That's exactly what happened to my friend. For he already had given his soul and his life to God before you came and you tried to buy him off again. So therefore, this contract that you have is null and void. So he takes the contract out of the cauldron, hands it to the demon. The cauldron goes from black to gold as it once was, and the contract burns in the demon's hands, gone as if nothing had, as it was nothing, null and void. The demon shrieks and runs out furious and mad, and thus gives our lesson. When you devote yourself to God, that is the life. There is nothing that you can do to null and void it. Once you are His, you are always His. Now that's the end of the story. But I want to go and I want to read you these passages to help even affirmate that. John 6:37. This is in the Amplified. It says, "All whom my Father gives entrust to me will come to me, and the ones who come to me I will most certainly not cast out. I will never, no never, reject one of them who comes to me." Once the Father has Him, He gives them to Him, He will never reject you. Then we look over here into 1 Peter 2:9, and this is again in the Amplified. I think it just has better. "But you are a chosen race, royal priesthood, a dedicated nation, God's own purchased special people, that you may set forth the wonderful deeds and displays of virtues and perfections of Him who called you out of darkness into His miraculous light." Other ones say marvelous light, but mine says miraculous light, which marvelous I think is a little bit better. But anyway, so that just goes is that once you dedicate yourself to the Lord, no matter what happens, even if it is by some sort of signing contract. This is an Irish story, so it's a way how that Christianity would infuse Celtic theology, with their pagan gods and such, and how they would infuse this. So this is kind of a story of Cuileach. You guys didn't even know that, just wanted to show you how much I know. But anyway, probably even said that wrong anyway. But anyway, it's just how it incorporates how they thought with Christianity, and basically showing how once you accept Christ, it's done. It is done. And you may say, it doesn't apply to me. It does. It does. His contract, the one I just read in 1 Peter, it says that He purchased you, meaning that you were bought and paid for first all. And you go, well, how did He buy me first? Well, in Jeremiah, or no, not even Jeremiah, in the Old Testament, or even in others, it says that I knew you in your mother's womb. I knew you before the foundations of the earth. Therefore, you were purchased before earth started. So He is the first person that bought the cow, and so to speak, in the story. So I hope you got a lot out of that. It's pretty exciting. This is it's awesome. I always enjoy doing stories like that, and it is St. Patrick's Day month, so one of my all-time favorite. So I hope you guys got a lot out of it. I hope you enjoy it. You guys have an awesome time, and I'll see you guys in the next one, where I will actually talk to you why St. Patrick's Day is actually so important, and why it's a great holiday and not the type of holiday that everyone turns it out to be. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you guys. He definitely loves you. I'll see you in the next one.